The metallic clang of bolt cutters echoed sharply through perfect suburban morning silence. That decisive snap marked the moment Bethany Kensington Wright became a federal felon. While I actively served overseas fighting dangerous drug cartels bravely, this power-hungry suburban dictator decided my vehicle needed immediate removal. What she completely failed to realize was the Jeep's federal status belonged to active drug task force containing classified surveillance equipment. I'm the specialized federal agent dismantling sophisticated criminal organizations. She mistakenly thought she was stealing some ordinary soldier's personal truck, actually committed serious federal crimes rivaling cartel bosses' audacity. What would you personally do facing HOA tyrant overseas? Drop flag emoji below, tell me where watching from. Let's see dedicated patriots supporting military families today. My name proudly Marcus Tank Rodriguez, Federal Task Force Agent. 3 months ago inheriting grandmother's house seemed true blessing. Boy was I completely wrong about peaceful suburban life. Willowbrook Estates, picture-perfect suburban nightmare. Every house, identical beige. Sprinkler systems hiss, synchronized schedules, mulch, smell masking, entitlement. HOA dues $150 monthly enforcing strict community standards. Translation: paying power-hungry Karen making life absolutely miserable. I'm dedicated Army Reserve MP, accepted federal drug task. Grandma Rose's house supposed reliable safety net. Rent during deployments build lasting equity, honor legacy. Woman raised me after parents tragically died, crash. House still smells her homemade warm tortillas, bang a bang. Every creaky floorboard holds precious teaching memories. Right from wrong, mijo stand up bullies properly. Enter villain Bethany Kensington Wright, 52 years old. Real estate agent driving white luxurious Lexus SUV. Measuring grass height, actual ruler, 7 years president. Turned her suburban dictator husband, Carl Councilman. Untouchable connections, sends violation notices Christmas lights, January, 2 weeks deployment. Email hits serious violation notice. Unauthorized commercial vehicle storage government-issued Jeep Wrangler. Clearly marked federal law enforcement distinctive decals. Apparently, I saw Bethy's HOA covenant interpretation. Work vehicles, strictly prohibited residential driveways. Here's crucial details she completely failed knowing. Jeep contains $200,000 sophisticated surveillance equipment. Active cartel investigations, GPS trackers, encrypted radios, covert cameras, federal property requiring authorization relocation. Fine $50 daily accumulating while dodging bullets. Sister Maya, sweet middle school teacher, tried reasoning. Drove explained deployment, showed copies official orders. Offered cover Jeep protective tarp, reasonable compromise. Rules are absolute rules, Bethany snapped condescendingly. Looking Maya like insignificant annoying bug. Brother cannot follow simple community standards. Perhaps neighborhood isn't appropriate to your family. Phone call Maya voice cracking grandma's kitchen. Tank threatened place, lean house, Carl knows. People's school district supporting effect job. Against military housing assistance programs. Transient populations don't maintain long-term investment. Systematically keeping military families neighborhood years. Texture aged paper, crumbling Mia's fingers. Sharp intake, breath realizing discrimination scope. Tank targeting every military family moves. Henderson's violations, son's bike storage. Washington cited baby crying noise. Organized discrimination, political backing. Maya's teacher instincts kicked overdrive. Reached targeted families building documentation network. Every fabricated violation threatening letter tactic. Accidentally building strong federal discrimination case. Bethany escalated, crossed unforgivable line. Sound expensive heels, clicking concrete. Bethany conducting property inspection grandma's house. Documenting photographing Jeep, multiple angles. Measuring distances, tape measure obsessively. Brother's military service doesn't excuse compliance. Told Maya, condescending tone, check wallet. Perhaps family, consider neighborhood appropriate lifestyle. Code words unwanted kind here. Counterpunch swift, professionally devastating. Remotely activated GPS security systems Jeep. Standard task force operations equipment. Data beautiful Bethany trespassing property. 17 times 3 days photographing equipment. Unauthorized potential espionage serious charges. Task Force Supervisor Captain Sarah Chen. Heard suburban dictator surveilling equipment. Threatening family's response beautifully direct. Rodriguez fast, make woman's life complicated. Federal government introducing consequences, never coming. Bethy's response, losing muscle, pure panic. Filed emergency complaints, every agency. Police fire code, even animal control. Each false report additional federal crime. Filing false statements, military property penalties. War escalating, stuck overseas family casualties. Bethany triggered protocols, federal weight. Maya's security camera caught federal crimes. Clang bolt cutters biting security chain. Maya's phone buzzing deployment tent. Voice pure panic, she's cutting locks. Bolt cutters tow truck stealing Jeep. Through phone camera watched Bethany commit felonies, real-time hair disheveled bathrobe. Hired discount Dave's towing cash. No paperwork, questions frantically directing. Tow driver federal decals backing away. Lady government property federal markings, ain't touching radioactive vehicle money. Abandoned property, Bethany screamed hysteria. HOA president legal authority remove violations. Statement 3, cameras exhibit a theft. Counterpunch, swift devastating emergency channels. Contacted Captain Chen, theft federal equipment. Federal marshals dispatched lights, sirens address. Beautiful mini twist hidden GPS tracker. Remote systems documenting automatically. Task force vehicles kill switches, tracking cameras activate unauthorized movement detected. Bethany cutting lock triggered federal alert. Pinged Homeland Security databases states. Maya recording tow driver fled. Bethany changed community gate locks, imprisoning federal vehicle blocking access. Once military truck follow HOA procedures. Screamed Maya waving keys warlord. Military service doesn't above standards. Texture helpless rage watching entitled Steel. Federal property sister recording meltdown. Smell diesel, fear transmitting phone. Knowledge, federal vehicles, automatic tracking. Unauthorized tampering triggers Homeland Security. GPS federal response teams. Not local theft, potential terrorism. Community uprising, Mrs. Patterson witnessed. Breakdown front window, depression survivor. Buried 2 military sons watching terrorize. Called every neighbor veteran decent person. Suffering Bethy's reign suburban terror. 10 a.m. grandmother's house surrounded. Protective neighbors, human shield, federal property. Stops right here, declared Tom Henderson. Vietnam vet son, 3 Afghanistan tours. Want boys vehicle through Veterans First. Maya's voice stronger supported community. Tank whole neighborhood protecting Jeep. Henderson brought flag. Chen making coffee. Not leaving until justice served. Bethy's response, community resistance, fascism. Filed complaints, veterans armed militias. Fire explosive hazards, military equipment. Code unauthorized assemblies, animal attack. Each false, another serious crime. False statements, military witnesses, obstruction. Breaking point, marshals arrived, discovered. Bethany changed locks, preventing access. Stolen federal property, obstruction justice. Marshal Jennifer Torres arrested cartel. Terrorists expression, professional predatory focus. Ma'am obstructed agents investigating theft. Open gate immediately additional charges. Bethy's response sealed eternal fate. Don't recognize federal authority, private HOA. No jurisdiction, my community. Declared war, United States bathrobe. Game completely over federal consequences. Landed stateside 72 hours tasting sand. Maya grandma's kitchen evidence topple government. Smell government business, burnt coffee. Stress legal documents replaced vanilla. Tank C before feds arrive. Maya hands trembling, spreading documents table. Found something changes absolutely everything. Manila folders 5 years HOA records. Meeting minutes correspondence teacher network. Buried stack contract Kensington Holdings. Eastbrook Development 6 months inheritance. Willowbrook acquisition strategy phase, implementation. Tank harassing military families randomly. Systematically clearing properties development deal. Texture aged paper crumbling reading details. Carl's company pre-sold 47 properties. National Corporation luxury condos. Properties didn't own, including grandma's. Target list appendix made punch. Every military elderly couldn't fight. Marked acquisition facilitation Henderson's Martinez. Grandma targets coordinated campaign. Forced sales below market prices. Revelation changed everything Maya discovered. Bethany forging violations original 1987 bylaws. Real ones, military vehicles protected. Federal compliance requirements completely. Created fake rules counting scared. Ignorant check teacher brain patterns. Cheating students systematic embezzlement, theft. Violation trust offended educator instincts. Tank Mom balanced budget table, taught stealing family's worst crime. Forensic spreadsheets, $184,000, diverted funds. Carl's company fabricated consulting projects, non-existent improvements, selling houses, developers, forcing owners sell, manipulating circumstances. Advanced fee, fraud, financial training, promise property, collect upfront, deliver. Maya discovered email Carl Eastbrook, discussing displacement timelines, properties, texture violation, visceral, planned, steal, grandma's house before even died, DIY surveillance, military training, neighborhood, hidden cameras, coordinated patrols, encrypted, Mrs. Patterson, window command central, Tom garage, equipment, Maya's communications, recall election, Mia's civics experience, democracy works, citizens participate, proving, HOA boards recalled resident petitions, 25 to 33% homeowners trigger elections, Maya door-to-door campaign scope, tyranny, Washington's racial harassment, Johnson's veteran, Kowalski's oxygen, excessive noise, 72 hours, 67% signatures demanding removal, smell, victory, mixing, desert uniform, media strategy, teacher network connections, military harassment, viral veteran communities, congressional attention, 3 representatives, briefings, insurance fraud, discovery, investigative instinct, Maya claims Bethany property damage, Jeep, never existed, federal favorite, easy proves, serious penalties, civil rights attorneys, discrimination patterns, systematic targeting, violated fair housing, elder abuse, grandma, additional protections, Maya election, interim president, acclamation, first act, freezing accounts, investigation, watching take, gavel, community center, Bethany terrorized, years, justice cold, stakes evolved, personal vengeance, national model, prosecuting corruption, protecting families, proving organized communities defeat crime, Bethany Carl, net closing, unaware, Bethy's desperation, criminal, 3:17 a.m., infrared cameras, burning records, shed, acrid, burning paper, lighter fluid, drifted, Maya's window, fear, sweat, hunched trash can, witch feeding, flames, shaking hands, destroying evidence, tank, burning financial records, yard, under federal investigation, panic, silent preparation, months, federal surveillance, documenting desperate crime, panic, watching princess destroy corruption, poetry, sabotage, escalated personal warfare, Maya car vandalized for tires, slashed military scum, windshield red, broken glass, crunching feet cold, calculating chest texture, helpless rage, familiar deployment, enemies attack, counter-calculated federal precision, called Chen, protective detail, Maya, witness families, obvious blend, jogs, Bethy's surveillance, surveilled security clearances, community response, beautiful Henderson patrols, combat boots, pavement, neighborhood soundtrack, Mrs. Patterson, kitchen command, cookies, fury, Carl, desperation, deeper imagined, Maya recordings, pressured police, ignore, arrogant voice, laptop, federal conspiracy, public officials violate rights, conspiracy, Carl enabling, using power, facilitate, these military bring instability, affect values, recording exhibit, a conspiracy case, Bethy's bribery, captured wire surveillance, $50,000 family, military, better neighborhoods, take money, find suitable lifestyle, Maya recording agents, unmarked vehicles, attempted witness bribery, 5-year minimums, Bethy bribed federal agents, investigator, embezzled funds, texture, pure stupidity, federal agents refuse document record, case files, decades prison, Carl alleys, fleeing sinking ship, mayor distanced, council demanded resignation, development stock collapsed, corruption, media, smell cologne, panic, council meetings, abuse office, documented federal agents, political corruption, Maya death threats, anonymous notes, windshield, distorted voicemails, accidents, teachers, mind business, sound, voice cracking, threatening calls, primal, protective, raw chest, response, calculated threat, witnesses, FBI terrorism task forces, tracing, phone records, handwriting, digital forensics, Bethy's final gambit, media assassination, attack, Maya's school, anonymous complaints, district claiming radicalizing anti-government propaganda, unsafe civilian families, smell chalk, fear-tainted innocence, principal, emergency, smear, Morrison Associates, PR firm, whitewashes politicians, scandals, painting, texture, manufactured lies, enemy propaganda, Maya reading report, teacher instincts, fury, attacked military families, lies, inciting discrimination, protected classes, publishing false insight, violates hate,